Debbie, it's good to see you again, brother.
Good to see you, brother. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Tell me, introduce yourself along with your new title and your new company.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for setting up this meeting today. So right now I'm working with Red Hat as a system engineer, specifically working in the support. And what we do most of the time right now is we're using the new storage called self storage. That's the part of the group that I'm working right now.
Okay. Well, congratulations, man. That's pretty cool. Going
Thank
right
you
to
so
the source there at Red Hat, you know?
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. So, well, now, did you have any IT background prior to coming to Yellowtail?
Oh no, I mean I can say I have it, but I can say I don't have it because I took some priori class, specifically the SQL, the coding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took I took 6 months those bootcamp that everybody talk about it. I took that, and I was able to pass my certification. I get it, and they just right before after I get my certification, that's where COVID hit. So at that point, I went for 2 interviews and those things didn't work out, and then COVID hit and we all become lazy. So after the COVID, I was like, hey, I need to go back and do something. So, and I was doing some research. So the bootcamp that I did, yes, it shows me, stuff on paper. It didn't show me actually, hands up, putting my hand, do this, do that. So
gotcha.
And then I was researching for a program that will give me a chance, like an internship, something with an internship and something that will make me feel like, hey, whatever I'm learning, I can put that on practice, not just learning that, but I can put it on practice. That's where I came, around Yellowtail. I didn't receive any email from Yellowtail. Nobody told me about Yellowtail. I was just doing my research, and based on my research, I have like maybe 10 company to go for it, and I just choose Yellowtail. So that was my only experience that I have in the IT world. Besides,
gotcha.
I didn't have any.
Yeah. So you're like me. It's hard for me to learn without actually doing it. And having the practice or touching the equipment or doing something. Just reading about it is never enough for me. So did you find once you came to Yellowtail that I know it wasn't easy, but tell me about your experience. Did you feel like they really prepared you to hit the ground running in this new position of yours?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I want to give a big shout out to Yellowtail because as soon as I get down there without, saying like I didn't have any experience, the way they put the program, the way they set it up was very, very, very easy for me. And of course, I put a lot of work on it. So I have a very wonderful teacher, George and Alan and Armand, who really helped me. They just told me like, Alan told me, hey, allow me to teach you. So as soon as he said something like that, I'm like, okay. And then the way the class was structured, it was very easy for me. Yes, I have to put a lot of work, leave my family, stay up late night and stuff like that, but it was very worth it. I was able to be MVP of my class very quick, because I was able to, put a lot of work into it. So after that, a couple of days after I finished the class, I went and passed my exam first round, and it just worked out the way, so.
Nice. Yeah, that's a lot of hard work, man. And so I'm glad you brought that up. You have a family and children and having to juggle everything. Did you, purposely come up with a schedule for your studies, or how were you able to balance all of that all at once?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Rob, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. I have a wife who's not working, she's going to school right now too. I have 2 teenagers daughters. So, and my job, I think you told me one time your wife loved 3D Joe's. Yeah, that's where I was working. So I was putting a lot of hour over there, to be
Yeah.
able to feed my family. And at the same time, I was going to school. So, but I talked to my wife, I know there is a 24 hours a day, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? I can spend those, 10 hours working. But the rest of the time, I'm just it's gonna be a little bit rough. It's gonna be like, hey, baby, when you come to bed and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen like that anymore. So
Yeah.
at least for a year, and she understood it. I talked to my kid, the teenagers girls. I talked to them and they understood it. So every time they see me, when I get to work, I just jump to my computer directly. And, if I don't have class, I'm meeting with my co-worker and my classmates. And if not, I'm on Friday and Saturday and Sunday review session. So it wasn't that easy. But again, we have 24 hours a day. So there is no excuse.
Yeah. Well, and knowing that it's only a temporary thing too, that makes it better. And now you're reaping the awards, because I'm guessing that your paycheck is a lot bigger than it was when you were at Trader Joe, huh?
Yeah, it is almost, double that joint, so yeah, it's almost, that is a blessing. I just look at my paycheck today is Friday, and I look at my second paycheck, I'm like, okay, it feels good,
Nice. Yeah. And teenage daughters can be expensive, right?
Yeah. My oldest just had a birthday last Saturday. I was able to, to afford something for her, without
nice.
Thinking and see, hey, where that money will come from. Yes, the reward was good. It's good, but before the reward, you need to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah. Well, it's really cool to see somebody with practically no technical experience be able to go and land a job with a company like Red Hat. I mean, that's the certification that we're all, shooting for and everything. So before I let you go, I'm going to ask you one last question. What advice would you have for others with no technical background that are interested in tech, that want to get into tech?
Oh, that's good. I already have two into it right now. I'm bringing a lot of stuff and people tell right now, because especially my ex-coworkers, the way they will see me, I just jump from A to B, just like that. They felt like, hey, there is room for them too. So I talk to them, I call them, specifically I have 3 people that I work for. I'm very close to them. I talk to them, I explained the program, the process, and stuff like that. So so they already signed up for it. At least.
And what advice do you offer them in order to be successful?
The advice, that I always tell them is, just be yourself. Come and put, you need to put a time on it. You need to. The way the program is structured, there is no like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all those, and specifically the weekend review session. I just told them to come and, try their best to do what they can, but the process will help them. It's not something to be afraid of. I'm a proof of that, without any experience in IT, but look at me working on one of my dream company, which is the Red Hat. That was my dream company, and I had that dream because of my teacher, Alan Michelle. So yeah, I told them, to come. It's not gonna be easy. They're gonna have the up and down, but at the end of the day, if they put a lot of work into it, they're gonna be fine.